I'm live. This, that's letting me know I'm live. Okay. Because it's midnight. Oops, I poked you in the eye. It's time for Mike at midnight. However, the mama and I, you gonna smile over there? They don't want to see me. I'm scary looking. Say hi. Alright, we're having coffee and I'm finishing my supper. She just wanted a salad. Anyhow. Alright. No, I'm not gonna make y'all sit here and watch me eat. This is just, I don't know why. I'm about to shut this off. So I can honestly say I did show up. It's time for Mike at midnight, but Mike's going to eat in private. So before I do though, Proverbs, poems, wit, and wisdom. A little story about a fellow that once went to Chicago. Now part of this is true. Part of it is as false as a $3 bill would be. If you ever go to, I know nowadays it's the Willis Tower, but for all of us who lived in the day when it was Sears Tower, which is back in the day when I lived up there, it will always be the Sears Tower. Well, the first 3 stories are like a humongous shopping mall in a skyscraper. There's restaurants, there's pubs, there's all kinds of stores, you name it. And hey Evan, how's it going, bud? Anyhow, why do you always say you always get the time wrong? Anyhow, well, this is all true because I've been down there, and the first few stories. Of course, there's the observatory deck that you cannot get to without first going through the. It's not really a museum of sorts, but yeah, it kind of is. But there's a film that you watch, and there's of course all kinds of stuff you can see and how the place was built and everything else before going up to the observatory, which now is really cool. I've not been there since they've done this. They've got it now where you can step out onto a glass platform. Of course, it's all enclosed, and there's nothing holding you up but the glass, and it looks like you're standing in midair. It's pretty cool. But anyhow, the way this story goes is there was this fella, and he walks into one of those taverns in the Sears Tower. And when he walks in there, there's nobody in there but the bartender and a fella sitting down at the end of the bar, minding his own business, having a drink. Kind of out of place looking in a way. Kind of a cheap suit, pair of horn-rimmed sunglasses. So anyhow, the guy goes in there, and he's been having a pretty good day. He tells the bartender, he says, yeah, he said, I'll have a good shot, straight up whiskey. And he said, whatever that fella down there is drinking, get him one too. I don't want to drink alone. So the bartender hands a drink down to the other guy, and the other guy's like, well, hey, that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. I'll come over there and visit with you. He says, what are we celebrating? The guy said, nothing really, just having a really good day. I closed an account that I've been working on for a while, and it's all been pretty good. I'll probably get a raise out of it. So I decided, just come down here and have a drink and celebrate. So they get to talking some, and all of a sudden that guy in the suit, he said, well, I gotta go. And the other fella that walked in the bar bought the drinks. He said, well, where are you going so soon? He said, oh, man, I'm gonna go up to the observatory and jump off the top of the building. The guy said, you can't do that, that's suicide. And anyway, he says, no, he says, honestly, it's not. He said, see, a lot of people don't understand, and this is kind of sort of true, the Windy City gets its name because of a breeze, a gentle breeze that comes in off the lake. And what happens is as it bounces off certain buildings the way the Chicago River is laid out, that breeze picks up momentum and becomes a very strong wind in the downtown area, which is why they call it the Windy City. So anyhow, he said the wind, when it gets to the Sears Tower, it's moving at such a velocity, it hits the building, comes straight up. And that air is moving at such a speed that it'll actually hold up a person in a ballpark of 200 pounds, 180 pounds. And for about a minute. He said the thing is after 60 seconds, it goes back the other way. Now, I don't know if that part's true, but a lot of the other stuff is. So Maybe not quite the timing, but yeah, the wind does do that. It hits so hard that it'll actually move up, and people say about the windows rattling and stuff from different times of the day. So the guy's like, "Oh man, you're full of it." I'm telling you, it does this. So I gotta see this, and the bartender says, "Man, it sounds like a bunch of hocus pocus to me." I just said, "Stay here and drink," and "No," "We'll just be gone a couple minutes. I'm gonna go watch." So they go up to the top of the observatory. The guy looks around. There ain't nobody there to catch him from going up the fire escape. He steps out the fire escape, and the other fellow says, "Come on, let's go." He says, "No." He says, "It only does it right at the top of the hour." So he's waiting, and he's counting the seconds down, 58, 59, 60, and out he goes. And the guy's like, "Oh, wow," because he's floating in midair. He's, "Man, I'm going to come out there too." He says, No. He said, "But the both of us, the wind won't be able to hold us, and we'll both go crash into the ground." He will, "Come in, let me go." And so he gets ready, he counts 59, 60, he comes back in, and the other guy gets ready to step off the fire escape. No, he grabs him, pulls him back. He said, "Only for 60 seconds. The wind's already gone back out the other way." And he said, "But does it every hour. We can come back in another hour and do it again." And he's, "All right, so let's go back down and have another drink." So they go down there, and the guy's all pumped, and he's excited for what he just saw, and he's telling the bartender all about it. And the bartender says, "No, man, this seeing is not always believing." And still, I'm telling you, it sounds like hocus pocus to me. And the guy said, "Well, next time up, I'm doing it." He said, "Well, it's your life." So an hour later, he's all pumped. He's like, "Come on, let's go." And the guy's like, "We got plenty of time. Ride the elevator up there. Just wait." So they have one last drink, He's, "All right, come on, let's go." So they get on the elevator. They go up there, and he's ready to step off that fire escape. But the other fella's like, "No, you wait till I tell you, because it's only for 60 seconds. So you can't be too ahead of schedule, and you can't stay out there too late. You'll go crash into the ground." He's like, "Okay, you just count." So the fella is watching his watch. He says 58, 59, 60. He's, "All right, go ahead. It's all you, man." Guy steps off that fire escape, and down he goes. The other fella just sitting there watching and watching and watching. And the gesture kind of implies what the end of the other fella was. So he sits there for a second, looks over the railing of that fire escape, and decides, "I guess I'll go back down and have me another drink." So he goes back to the bar. The bartender, just like in the movies, got a towel and a glass, doing like so. Bartender said, "What happened to the other fella?" The guy with them horn-rimmed glasses, he said, "Nah, he didn't make it." That bartender gets this disgusted look on his face, and he puts his glass and his towel down, and he leans over under the bar, and he's, "I'm going to tell you something, Clark Kent. I don't care if you are Superman, you can be a real prick." That's not where you thought that was going, is it? Okay, y'all. With that, a little bit of wit, I'm going to enjoy my dinner before it gets cold. So we're in West Memphis, Arkansas, at the Petro truck stop place called the Iron Skillet, which every Petro has an iron skillet. So anyhow, appreciate y'all stopping by. Hang on there, Evan. Fettuccine Alfredo with sauteed shrimp, brother. Plenty of iced tea with lemon. Going all around here, I don't have my little kickstand out. So anyhow, before my dinner gets cold, I'm going to finish up there, right there. So, appreciate you stopping by. See you sometime tomorrow. Well, apparently at midnight. But don't forget Mike at midnight, or Music Mountainous and Michelob at 6 p.m. If you got nothing better to do, come by and do some jamming. Until tomorrow, my friends, be good to each other. See you later. Bye.